Hi, I'm Mikah, and today I'm going to walk you through 3 simple yoga poses that will help counteract postural habits that lead to kyphosis, or that hump or hunchback in your middle upper back. That hump not only affects our appearance, but it also takes a toll on our overall health. So these 3 yoga poses will help bring relief and restore proper alignment to your body. Let's get started. So we'll start standing in mountain pose, Tadasana. This is a foundational pose to experience what good alignment feels like in your body. Now, if you have a wall, I highly recommend standing up against a wall, okay? Heels are about 4 to 6 inches away from the wall. Back of the head is pressed into the wall. And then once we're there, we take our arms into this cactus 90-degree angle shape. So just holding this on its own is probably gonna feel like work for a lot of us, right? So feel your feet grounded down. There's a light bend in the knees. Our bottom is touching the wall. The mid-upper back is touching the wall, the back of the shoulders, the back of the arms, and the back of the head. So it's the back of our head, right? So our chin is parallel with the ground. We're not tilted up like this to try to get our head to touch the wall. It's more important that we're tucking back, okay? So it's like we're putting our head back on top of our spine because it tends to go forward quite a bit, right? So we're pressing it back. And if you want to add a little more here, we can add wall angels by reaching the arms up and out. Breathe in, and then breathe out, come back through cactus and down to a W. And we're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades back behind us here. So turn on all the muscles in your back. Breathe in to reach up a little higher than cactus, whatever feels comfortable on your shoulders. And breathe out, draw back in. And let's do that one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Squeeze in. Good. And just take your arms back into that cactus shape, pressing against the wall. Now, if you want one more thing to try here, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me, especially if you feel like you're really tucked back. Feel the difference. So do a few chicken pecks. I don't know. That's just what this reminds me of. So you're going to release, so the chin goes forward, and then we're going to draw the chin back, putting the head back on top of the spine. So you should feel all these muscles in the front of the neck engage. I'd love you to do this while still on the wall, if you can. These are our deep cervical neck flexors. So those get weak with this forward head position, so we want to turn them on. So you can let the head release and then press it back to engage. Release and press it back. And do that a few more times. I know this might be the most attractive yoga you've ever done in your life, right? So after spending just a few moments with the chin tucks, with the wall angels, feeling this alignment in your body, let's step away from the wall and try to keep that nice long spine and see how it feels in your body. It may feel very rigid. Know that that's normal. Your body, your nervous system is not used to holding you up this way. So if you can breathe, find some softness and ease in this position. And then we'll move on back to the mat for the next part. Up next, we have a variation of cat-cow called Chakravakasana. It's a slight difference from our classic cat-cow because the classic cat-cow spine movement really emphasizes right here the rounding in the thoracic spine, right? And that is not what we want. We don't want to sit into that even more. So this slight variation starts with our cow. So we tilt the pelvis forward, open the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together, and a slight lift of the gaze as we inhale. And then instead of rounding the whole spine and pressing away from the mat on your exhale, we start to tuck the tailbone and then send the hips back to the heels. And you can bend the elbows, melt your forehead down. You can see it's very similar to a child's pose, but maybe you don't extend the arms all the way out. Okay, so every inhale, we come forward, we open the chest, we engage the muscles in the back. And then we lead with the tailbone down towards the heels, find length in the spine here, and melt the forehead down. And I recommend doing 6 to 8 rounds of breath here, breathing in to open, breathing out to round. Really taking your time, noticing every little movement of the spine, and tuning into our breath. And after about 6 to 8 rounds, you can rest in child's pose. Hips to heels, maybe even give yourself a little more space between the knees. Stretch the arms out long and melt your forehead down. And take a moment to breathe here, feeling the full length of your spine as you reach forward and sit the hips back actively at the same time to create this traction in the spine. Good, and from here, we'll press ourselves forward and set up for our third pose. So coming down to lie on our stomach, we're going to prop ourselves up on our forearms for Spanx Pose. Your arms are parallel, your forearms are parallel with one another, and your elbows are about under your shoulders. You have some space between your feet here. The toes are pointed towards the corners of your mat. Press your forearms firmly down into the mat, almost like you're trying to stretch the mat out between your forearms, and press up out of the mat. We're drawing the chest through, trying to draw the chest through the shoulders. Now the back of the neck is long, so we're not letting our head droop down. The ears are about in line with the shoulders. Going to really focus on the engagement of your back muscles and this nice opening of the chest. And we'll take about 6 to 8 deep breaths here. If this bothers your low back at all, first try gently drawing the abdomen, the low belly, up towards the spine like you're trying to lift it up off the mat, and a little engagement of the glutes. Good, and if that doesn't work, then I invite you to come out of it. We don't want to force our way through any kind of pain. And just maybe 2 more deep breaths together, a slow breath in, slow breath out. And then 1 more inhale, really tune into that engagement in your body. And exhale, let's release. You can rest your head on your hands or rest in any way that feels good to you. And then just let your hips rock side to side to give your low back some love. Bring your palms under your shoulders, press yourself up. Check in with how you're feeling. Maybe roll your shoulders, circle your shoulders back a few times. These 3 yoga poses are a great start on your journey towards improving your posture. But if you'd like to take the next step, then I'd love to invite you to join me for a completely free 3-day yoga series for improving your posture and relieving pain and discomfort. These 3 videos are super simple and anyone can do them. All you have to do to get access is click the link in the description or the comments below and enter your name and email, and I will send you the details right away. So if you're ready to lengthen, realign, and relieve your aches and pains, then I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a beautiful day.